Um, exposing time. Get ready with me while I tell you my bed. My room isn't messy. I was just picking out my outfit today. Okay, no big deal. Today I'm gonna be telling you as I get ready my first time being arrested. My first and the last time, hopefully. Let me just put that out there. This was the only time I've been arrested, but also the first time. It was a long time ago, back in April, okay? Now, mind you, I by the way, I did my eyebrows off camera because, honey, didn't these take like 5 seconds, but still, we're doing. This was when I was in high school, when I was, in school. Well, you see why I can't do my eyebrows while telling a story? It's just way too complicated, so we're not doing that. I was a sophomore. No, I was a freshman. This was my first year in high school. I was a freshman. I was a baby. I was walking into the school like anyways, so I was a baby in the school. Okay, I was like no, just kidding. I was, well, I was always supposed to be in a grade up, but because my birthday's late, so whatever. So I technically was not the baby in the school, but you know what I mean. So I was new to the high school, and I was like walking the halls, minding my business, and I was friends with this girl. Mind you, these are like do's and don'ts. What to do and what not to do when you get arrested. So yeah, I was just friends with this girl. She just turned on me, and it was just very tragic. I'll save that story for another video. But I got in a fight with her, and we've been friends since like middle school. Okay? So we got in a fight at school on campus. I had already gotten in a verbal argument with her before, so I think that's why I got in more trouble, because that day that I got in a like verbal argument with her, my dumbass signed papers. No contact. It was a no contact. What the hell? It was a no contact agreement, and she signed them too. So basically we were breaking no contact when we actually fought. But anyways, so because I signed those papers, I got in more trouble because I willingly swore that I wasn't gonna be in contact with her again, even though I knew that I was. I was like, honey, I'm not done with you. So I get in a fight with her, right? That's just rule number 1. Do not get in fights on school campus, especially with someone who you know is probably gonna press charges on you. You are gonna get in trouble, like more trouble, because it's on school campus. So I got charges pressed on me. Okay, I got charges pressed on me, and yeah, it sucked. I was like, really, you're gonna do me like that? So she said, screw you, I am gonna do you like that because I said so. And I was like, okay. So she pressed charges on me. Bitch, what the fuck? So she pressed charges on me, and I ended up going to the office, obviously. But after the fight, instead of staying in that spot, I skedaddled my ass to class because I knew exactly that I was gonna get in trouble. I wasn't avoiding getting in trouble or anything. Like, I wasn't scared or anything. I just was like doing my own thing, you know? I was already like giving up, ditching. Like, I was just already like not a troubled kid, but I just didn't give a shit. So I was like, I was literally running to class, like running, like speed walking. And then I hear the principal, and she's like, Jolie, come here, with her fat ass finger. I was like, so whatever. I went, I was like, okay. So I end up going, whatever. And obviously, like, she took me to the office and stuff. And she was like, okay, so tell me what happened. My dumbass opened my mouth and I was telling her yada yada yada. Obviously, to tell her the reason why, like, that is none of your business. So I was just like, I got in a fight with her, and they were like, oh, why? I was like, I don't know. They were like, you already signed no contract. So they don't give a shit on why you're gonna fight. They just care about the papers that you've signed. So do not freaking sign papers if you get caught with anything at school, or if you get in a fight, because you're basically setting yourself up. Okay? She was like, you signed these papers on no contact, and because you broke them, I'm gonna have to call the police. And I was like, girl, what? So she was like, you know what, she knows who my mom was. Obviously everyone in my district knows who my mom is, unfortunately. She kind of broke the news worldwide. Anyways, we can save that for another story time. So because they knew who my mom was, they just didn't want to put up with it. So they were like, you know what, we're just gonna call your mom first, okay? And I was like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Pussy. I was like, yeah, just call her. Yeah, you call her. I had already gotten in a fight with this girl. I've already been going home and like talking about her, I guess. So my mom just saw it coming. Like, she saw it coming, and so did I. Like, and I'll get more into detail about that in another video. But so my mom gets called and I hear her on the phone, and my mom's making the principal look really dumb because, like, honey, let me just say one thing. We had a no contact agreement, but that same day they assigned us my science teacher assigned us a group project together. That morning. So if it was really that important, tell me why the hell. So my mom just said that on the phone, and she was like, if it was really whatever, tell me why this teacher assigned them a group project together, because he did. He put us together, and I was like, why am I next to this person? Like, so then whatever, they're like on the phone chit-chatting about, I can't even remember what, happened so long ago. I can't even remember what they were chit-chatting about, but I just know that like the principal was trying to get me in trouble, saying that I was gonna get put into DAP and all this stuff. And if you don't know what DAP is, it's basically in school suspension, but like longer, and you have to wear a uniform, and you can't have any contact with any of the other students, so you get dropped off later. You go in later and you get picked up earlier, which honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I loved it. I loved being in DAP. Like, it was actually super cool. Like, I really liked going for like, how long was I there? 4 hours. I would go in like at 8:30 or something, and I would get out at 2. Wait, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So I was only there for like 6 hours. So it was pretty cool. they were like, okay, like we're gonna give her DAP, whatever, whatever. So because this girl pressed charges, I don't even remember. I know that they suspended me for 3 days. So I did not go to school. I was not able to walk on campus for 3 days. And I just remember on the third day that I, like, the day back to school, like, hey bitches, I'm back. The cops show up. Not the cops. The security at the school shows up. And I don't remember where I was. I don't remember what period it was. I just remember they were like, Julie, come here. And I was like, okay. And then I just remember seeing the officer and I was like, hey. And he was like, so we're gonna arrest you, okay? And we're gonna take you down to the police department and we're gonna take you in for fingerprints and all this stuff. And I was just kind of like, okay. I have videos. If I do find them, I'll put them in the video right now. So I'm there walking with the officer to the car and I was just kind of like, what is happening? Like whatever. So he was just like talking to me. Actually, he was super cool. I'm just gonna put that out there. Like, he was super cool. He did not make me feel uncomfortable at all. He was actually super nice and very talkative, but don't ever fucking trust cops, bro. I don't give a shit. Do not talk to them. No matter how cool they may seem, don't talk to them. It's a trap. Okay, don't talk to them. So, I'm walking to the car with him. I'm walking to his little car, his little police car, and he is like, okay, I'm gonna have you face the car, and I'm gonna ask you to put your hands behind your back and all this stuff. You're being detained, whatever. And I was like, okay. So I put my hands behind my back, and he puts handcuffs on me, and then he's like, okay, the seats are not comfortable. Like, he's explaining like how the seats are. And bro, why do my like under eyes look so dark? I don't know if it's the lighting or I don't know what the hell. I need my gummies. Anyways, my vitamins. Anyways, so he's just explaining like, okay, so like this is what's gonna happen, and then he's like telling me that the seats are uncomfortable as shit, that they're not nice leather seats, they're like plastic and hard and shit. And I was like, yeah, it's cool, whatever, just handcuff me and fucking take me already. So whoopsies, almost got that in my eyeball. I was about to go blind. Okay, anyways, so he handcuffs me and my fat ass is like having a hard time getting in the vehicle. I'm like with my hands behind my back. And then whatever, so I'm in the car, he closes the door, and I think before he asked me, he was like, do you have a phone on you or whatever? And I was like I kind of hesitated because I was like, oh my god, like, is he gonna take it away from me? Like, do I lie? I was like, yeah, I do. He was like, okay, I'm just gonna ask you to not like record or anything. And I was like, okay. Everything's nice. I ended up recording and I ended up taking pictures. So I was just chilling in the back of his car. He was listening to his music. I don't even know what the hell he was listening to, but I was vibing to it. And the police station was actually not that far away from the school. It was like 7-10 minutes. 10 minutes. It was like 10 minutes away. And we finally get there. So my mom knows what's happening. The school called her, obviously. So my mom goes to, I haven't even done my eyebrows. Holy crap. Anyways, so my mom follows the officer to the police department or whatever. And like the guy's like explaining to me, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna have you get fingerprinted. So I go down to the station, I get fingerprinted. I need to clear off this brush. Okay, so I go in and I get fingerprinted, and he's there and I'm there, and he's just talking to me about don't be getting into fights and all this stuff. You know how it is. And I was like, honey, does it look like I'm a problem starter? Like, no. I put a stop to it and that was it. Like, don't be confusing it. So I'm like getting fingerprinted. It took a very long time. I was in there for a very long time. Look, I'm not asking you to be rude, but don't talk. Don't freaking talk. Don't talk to them. Like, if they ask you something, like, don't tell them shit, because all they're trying to do is set you up. Just shut up, okay? Like, just don't talk. Be quiet. Like, don't say anything. Don't even look at them. Just be like, yes, no. That's all you have to do, okay? I'm there, and the time finally, like, dude, I don't even know how I'm gonna, like, jeez, okay, anyways. So, I'm gonna do my eyebrows really quick, and then I'm gonna come back and explain, because I cannot explain when my eyebrows are not done, okay? Okay, so I'm back, bitches. Anyways. Whoop. So I'm not gonna use this one. So I'm there at the station waiting like a dumbass. And he just keeps talking to me. Like, he keeps asking me questions. He keeps lecturing me, which is fine. Like, I was not being disrespectful. Like, I'm never disrespectful, y'all. Like, let me just like put that out there. Like, I'm never disrespectful. So it's not like I was like, oh my god, stop talking to me. No, it wasn't like that. It was just like I knew I was getting set up. My mom even told me before, she was like, do not fucking talk to him. What did my dumbass do? I talked to him. So guys, it's not to scare you or anything, but if you do happen to get arrested at school, especially at school, and you're facing charges for a fight or for getting caught with THC, because I know that's a big thing. That's a big thing right now. Like, at school, they're like taking it very seriously. Do not talk. Don't sign anything and don't talk. Do not. Okay? You have the right to remain silent. It's not rude, okay? It's literally your rights. They even tell you before too. You have the right to remain silent. He did not read me my rights either. Before I got in the car, or when I was with him, he did not read me my rights. And I don't think that's illegal, but I know that that's really bad. Like, all cops must read you your rights before you even get in that car and go away with them, okay? They ended up referring me to the juvenile detention, JPD. They ended up referring me to JPD, and they told me to go and make my appointment and all this stuff. It took them like 7 months, 8 months to get back to me. I literally thought that they had forgotten about it, and I was like, I'm not in trouble. I'm not gonna get because they did press charges. Like, that was, and I was like, nah, like, nothing's gonna happen to me. So much time has passed by, and what do you know? I get a call from JPD. Yeah, so if you do have like pending charges, I guess, they did not forget about you, honey. They just have a lot of kids in the system, and you are next. Yeah, I did end up going to JPD, but after the cop or whatever was done with me, he walked me outside. My mom was already waiting for me, and the other policemen were giving out hot dogs, and he offered me a hot dog, and I was like, yeah, I want a hot dog. And I ended up taking him. I was about to say I ended up taking his hot dog. No, don't even fucking. I ended up taking. He ended up giving me a freaking hot dog, okay? food. He gave me food. So my mom got one, I got one, and it was just kind of funny because we were eating hot dogs with the officer, and he was super cool. He was super cool, but that's what they want you to think. Anyways, I really don't think he was a bad cop. He was super chill. I think because he saw too that like I wasn't a troubled kid. Like I really, regardless of the reason that I had gotten in a fight, like I just didn't belong in the back of his car. I ended up getting passed on to JPD, and then I got probation. I got probation for 7 months. I got probation for 7 months. My probation officer was super nice. Honestly, like I would, if I saw her today, like on the streets, I would literally give her the biggest hug because I loved her so much and she loved me. At first, she was like super mean to me, like she was super strict, but the more I saw her, the more she was like, girl, I like you. She also like told me a lot too. She was like, you don't belong here. And I was like, girl, I know. I did not have a bad experience with my charges that got pressed on me, I guess. I'm actually very happy that I ended up getting in JPD because I did learn a lot. I learned how to walk away from situations, and there was a situation that came up while I was on probation. I would have to like go and check up monthly with my probation officer. She did not drug test me. Let me just put that out there. Like, she said that she was gonna drug test me, and she also told, like, in the beginning, she told my parents, she was like, yeah, like, I am gonna be doing random drug tests. I am gonna go to your house and do random drug tests, or I can show up at your school whenever I feel like it. And I was like, okay, honey, do you? So yeah, she traumatized me. So I completely stopped smoking, and I completely stopped for as long as I was on probation. In JPD, from what I've heard, I don't know, I've never experienced it. Like, no matter what you're in there for, they call you, kind of like when you go to the doctors, they're like, Julie Garcia, and then you go, and then they are like, okay, they have the cup ready. That's when you know they have the cup ready, and then they take you to the bathroom and they watch you pee. Like, this, they watch you pee. That's what I heard because I asked my friend, because I was low-key traumatized. The first month I was there, I was like, hey girl, and she had gotten on probation, and she was like, yeah dude, like they watch you pee with the door open. And my friend was in there for fighting, like she wasn't in there for drugs. So I was like, ooh. But yeah, like my probation officer just really didn't think I was a bad kid, and I wasn't. I didn't take advantage of it either. Like, don't think that I was like, she doesn't drug test me, whatever. Because I know a lot of people who did take advantage, and they were like, nah, like my probation officer doesn't drug test me, whatever, and then they ended up doing stuff and getting caught. Dumbass. So I basically knocked the probation out very easily. It was literally like I wasn't even on probation, other than the fact that I had to do community service. I didn't even finish my community service hours, and they still let me go. Talk about being the favorite. Yeah, I just remember like I was trying to complete because I had a deadline. To complete the probation community service hours, and I just remember like I could not find anywhere that was doing it, and if I did, I don't know why I didn't go. I just think I had so many hours and I couldn't knock it out within the time that she wanted. And she even asked me, she was like, did you complete your probation? Did you complete your community service hours? And I was like, no. And she was like, but she was just super, I don't know, but in the beginning, bro, she was so strict and super scary. I want to write her an email and be like, I just want to let you know that this is where I am today, and you did make an impact in my life, okay? So the rules of being on probation is basically, if you're a good kid like me, they don't apply to you. Not just kidding. I still listened. So the rules are, you have a curfew, whatever your parents, basically being on probation is just helping troubled kids, I guess, listen to their parents more. She would supposedly show up, or she said that I'm gonna show up whenever I feel like it at your house to make sure that whatever, and I am gonna do room check on you, and I'm going to go through all your stuff. She did in fact come to my house. My probation officer did in fact come to my house, but she did not go through any of my stuff. She came and she looked at my room, and I was super excited to show her my room too. Like, I wasn't hiding anything. Like, don't think I was like, she didn't go through my stuff. Like, no, like I didn't have anything, you know? But I was like, this is my room, and this is where I do this and all this stuff. And yeah, like she could just tell that I was just innocent, you know? So yeah, I had to have good grades. That was one of the things that I was struggling the most with, because school's never been my thing, and I just didn't like going to school. And like, she was the only reason that I was actually going to school. Had I had not been on probation, I don't think that I would have been going to school my freshman year. But yeah, she could literally call the school anytime she wanted and be like, how's Julie doing? But she never did that because she trusted my mom to tell her if I was doing everything that I was supposed to be doing. I mean, that's really it. That's really like the end of my story. I'm not using this video as like, you know, a lesson to any of you, or like, I don't know, but my advice to you is, if you're gonna be stupid at school or wherever, do not sign anything and do not talk to any cops or principals. They do use it against you, especially if you sign. They do use it against you. If you do happen to get in a fight with anybody, a verbal argument, and there is a no contact agreement, do not sign it. Do not sign it, because even if they throw the first punch, you're gonna get in trouble because you signed the contract. So yeah, if you do get arrested, do not talk. You have the right to remain silent. Do not open your mouth for whatever reason. If they ask you, hey, like, why'd you get in a fight, dude? Like, dude, it's a trap. Dude, you shut your mouth. Because even though the cop was super nice to me, he did have to document everything that I told him, and did tell my probation officer and the court and all that stuff. So it's all connected. Like, I know that they seem like they're nice, but whatever you tell them is gonna get out. It's kind of like having that friend that like you like hanging around with, but you can't tell them anything because you know that they're gonna tell the whole world. It's like that. So I'm not saying to be disrespectful, but what I am saying is just, you don't know anything yourself. I'm a kid. I don't know. I have hormonal problems. Yeah, you shouldn't even say that. Just shut up. Just shut up. Don't talk and do not sign. For whatever reason, I don't give a shit. If you love signing your name, you better put that pen away. Matter of fact, I can't use my hands. I got in a car accident and they don't work ever since. They don't work. Punto. Isa chingo. So yeah, if you guys did end up asking yourselves like, well, why did you get in a fight in the first place? Like, what happened, bitch? Tell me. I will be posting that video. I will be posting that video part two. my first fight. So yeah, I will see you in that next video. So yeah, I'll see you next time. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Oh my god, just go to sleep.